We can see.
Well,
You're-
not me. I can see fucking wood.
Mike,
I see your
blink 3
background.
times if you're in trouble.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
that's
got
what I
a hard
figured.
blink on the back.
Oh, he's
You're
going.
ignorant and too confident about it. Oh yeah.
No, I
Me?
mean,
No.
we
No,
could
she's in
chat.
love with you, Red Rocket. She thinks
Oh, wait.
she
We
thinks
could
you're
chat.
sexy. She thinks
Oh,
Red Rocket's sexy. It really turns her on.
Ask Hoodie if men can have babies. Yeah,
Can men have babies?
sure.
Yeah, can men
Answer's
have
no.
babies, Hoodie?
Sure.
Answer's
Sure.
no.
Can you substantiate that?
Yeah, because man is not defined by biology.
False.
No.
So do you remember when you got that L handed to you by leftist about social constructs?
That was not me. That was somebody else, I think.
Oh, you're right. Actually, no, that was Owen. You're right. I get you two mixed
Yes.
up because you both give very mid arguments.
Yeah, no,
But,
I actually heard everyone's take on that, and I was in the chat typing because I didn't agree with her take, because basically that experiment that she talked about, like you
John
The John Money experiment?
yes, you assume that the only influence on this outcome of gender is like social conditioning or whatever.
Okay,
No,
so
the whole
so
premise
The
of
fact
the whole
is-
premise of hold up real quick. The whole premise as to why she presented that to you was because she was showing you that you cannot say it's a social construct, as in it's dependent upon your environment of what you're around and what you are put around within society that makes
Lumberjack,
you
somebody wants
as
you to wear
that,
your hat.
right? It doesn't matter
one?
if somebody were to force
The
you
other
or not
one.
in the situation. If the theory held true, then the result of what happened with that wouldn't be what it is. You wouldn't have instances with
That's the one.
detransition. That wouldn't be a
Wardrobe
thing.
change.
None of these things would be a thing if the entirety and the fact of a social construct, and that's what it was with gender, was why that was going on, right? That wouldn't be happening. That makes no sense. Detransition and the fact that the kid that was done the experiment on by
That
John
man got
Money,
white
the fact
sauce.
that he unalived himself, it wouldn't have happened.
Okay, yeah. The problem is that doesn't mean anything to what I'm going to say. Because the point is that it's our perception of gender that is
Okay,
a
so gender's a
social
social
construct.
construct.
Okay.
Gender's a social construct, right?
No,
Is race
no,
race
listen,
a
listen.
social
Mike, you
construct as
rambled
well?
for a while. Let me go. So the thing is that the
Hold
way
on,
that
hold on,
you
Hoodie, hold on.
yes, what?
I have to give a free plug. AJ'sRantRoom.com. You get these sweet merch on my head. AJ'sRantRoom.com.
There's that plug.
Okay. So, oh, we're still going. All right.
AJ's Rant Room. All right. All right. Now you can continue.
Yeah, so the thing is that hold on. The way that people perceive themselves, like if you want to be a man, that is in your perception of yourself. That is what you want, right? So it's not a social construct in the sense that you can force someone into being one or the other. It's just that the way that we define one or the other is just based upon how we perceive them in society.
Hoodie.
Okay, so
Hoodie.
then would you say-
Nature.
hold up, wait.
Nature. No, my turn. Damn it. Nature forces you into it. Not man. Nature.
No, that's
Gender.
a naturalistic. No, that's a naturalistic
No,
fallacy.
hold on,
You
hold
can't
on, I'm
appeal
not
to
No,
done.
yeah,
not
yes,
done.
it's.
I'm not done.
Go ahead, Lumberjack.
I'm not talking about gender. Gender was made for roles. Sex is irrefutable. You can only be a man if you're a man. You can only be a woman if you're a woman. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And arguing gender is absolutely pointless. Pointless.
Why?
It's stupid.
So
It's stupid. You're arguing roles.
Hold up.
Anybody
No,
can
Hoodie-
be a man in
hold
a
on. I
gender
got
role.
one question.
No, dude, come on.
Go
I
ahead.
literally
One-
got told to be quiet 3
Oh,
times,
okay.
bro.
Okay.
Fucking A. Okay, so you say gender's a social construct, so is race a social construct as well?
I mean, yeah, sure. Race is a social construct, sure.
Okay, perfect. So then why can't, as what Evelyn was saying, why can't somebody define identify themselves as like, why can't I define myself as Chinese?
Well, let me scroll back up.
Because nationality is not a social construct.
Jesus Christ.
So what's the
So you
social construct
just
for
Like
Asian?
the term black
yeah.
people
So then
is
okay.
essentially
So then Asian. Why can't I
yeah.
identify as Asian rather than a nationality of being Chinese?
No.
Why can't I identify as the
Yeah, it's still a
ethnicity
place where you come from.
of
Where
Asian?
do
What's that?
black where is the race of black people? Like what's their nation?
African people would be originating
False.
from Africa.
No,
False.
there's many countries that
But
have
right,
like
exactly. So I don't know why you would say like because
yeah,
there's
it's
not
not
a
just
specific
Africa,
area that
bruh.
you would.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly. That's the
exactly.
point. That's the point. Is
That's
that
why, but that's why I said that.
you're
That's why I said
grouping people.
African people
You're
because that would
grouping
be where they
people.
would be coming from. You
Right,
can't
but
say
you don't
black
call
people
them
and then
African.
try and
You
tie
don't.
it. But you
You don't
can't
call them
say black
African
people and tie it to nationality. So why would you do that to the same thing when I say like Asian? Because there's
Because
multiple
Asia
different
is
places where Asian.
Okay,
There's
so
multiple different places where people that are Asian can come from.
okay, so wait a
Okay.
minute. So maybe we're doing this the wrong way around. Hoodie, what is the racial social construct? What give me an example of what a racial social construct is?
Yeah, like you group all of us, all three of us here would be considered white, and lumberjack would be black, right? But that is
Why?
because of the color of our skin, simply, right?
Why?
Okay. Why
Why the color of our skin? Why? Why does that matter?
it doesn't? But the point is that
Do you see the problem?
the differentiation was created between skin color, not necessarily nationality. The nationality determines where you come from. The skin color
Is
doesn't.
cultural
Okay,
appropriation
so
a thing? Is cultural appropriation a thing,
Sure,
Hoodie?
sure.
Okay, so why is gender appropriation okay?
The point.
Why is it okay for a woman to say that she can be a man and a man to say that he can be a woman and appropriate their entire gender? But if somebody were to wear braids in their hair, burn that motherfucking building down, riot in the streets, they're a piece of shit because that girl wanted to have braids in their hair.
Yeah, I don't think that. So maybe I'll revise to say that I really don't
women
care.
can be men and men can be women and take the true value of what it means to be those.
You know, I don't think that if a white person wants to wear braids, there's any problem with that. So I don't think there's any problem with a man trying.
So then cultural appropriation isn't a thing.
Not really.
Okay,
Then
agree.
sure.
Cultural appropriation is not a thing. Agree.
Yeah, you can like
Okay,
people
so-
like for example, my
so-
dad is a very well trained chef, and he likes to go and cook foods from different like ethnic backgrounds. And some people like on my side of the aisle say that he should not be able to go to the store and fucking buy these foods and cook this shit and serve it to people because he's appropriating somebody else's culture. I don't believe that.
Cool. Okay,
Okay.
that's some common ground.
Can we just like get to the brass tacks
But-
and
Yeah, sure.
speak on ethnicity and not race because we're all one human race? Like,
Right.
Yes.
it's
Yes. That's why
it's-
gender. That's
so
why.
it's
That's why.
ethnicity, not
Yes.
not race,
Yes.
and
Right, you're right,
it's
I should have specified that.
nationality would be from where you're from, and culture is where your history derives from. Not so you can't culturally appropriate because you can have white people that live in the same area as black people and have the same exact culture. So you can't
Okay.
culturally appropriate. It's a farce to say that you can culturally
Yeah, I saw
that
that.
you can do that.
Oh, somebody
And-
should have left Dunning-Kruger. They said I was racist. I wanted to inform you of that, Lumberjack. Apparently, somebody wanted to let it be known that Def Not is racist. So I wanted to let you
where they at?
know.
Oh,
They
somebody
already
got
got
him
rid of
already.
them. Their name was Dunning-Kruger. Isn't that just ironic? Somebody speaking about something they have no knowledge on, and their name is Dunning-Kruger.
So,
That's funny.
Hoodie,
So
oh, go ahead.
go ahead, Red Rocket.
Well, I had a different topic. Well, I'm trying to stay on the gender. As a
Yes,
social
Russia bot.
construct.
I am a.
Oh, I
am
mean,
a-
we're on
I am
race
one.
as a race
Right.
as a
Tom's the hero, so
social
Right.
construct, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
I think his
so-
topic was a little bit more what's going on
So
right now. But I
ethnicity
had
is
a
not a
question about
social
something else.
construct.
no, I
Ethnicity
agreed with that already.
is definitive.
Yes.
So like, so you can't use and say that gender is a social construct, but sex is not a social construct.
Yes, I agree.
So the ignorance is trying to argue subjective things instead of objective things that
You
are absolute. Sex is
guys
absolute,
you
is it
guys do
not?
this. You guys do this all the time, okay? And it seems to
What?
me that the foundation for everything that a lot of you guys believe is that there are objective moral truths or objective truths that we need to strive
Are-
to grasp.
Are you going to be a subjectivist right now?
Yes,
Please, can I hand you
bro.
this Ellen
No.
subjectivism yet again, bro?
You
No,
All right,
why
Rocket, let's go.
subjectivism? Why
All right,
subjectivism?
Rocket, let's get it.
Why subjectivism?
Why is morality subjective? Morals, I'll give you that morals
Okay.
are subjective because
Oh,
everybody
okay.
can react on what they believe their morals are, but there is an objective basis of morality.
Okay.
Substantiate how there's not.
Okay, yeah. So are you familiar with the trolley problem?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, so what is the objectively true and correct moral choice to make in the trolley problem?
The trolley problem
isn't
is completely irrelevant within this because it's a utilitarianistic argument that's based on value, which is 100% subjective. It's not about morals at all. It's all
No,
about
it's
value.
I mean, it's 100% about morals. It's the
No,
same
if the only
thing.
thing
No,
the only things that
it's
existed
not.
was
Appreciate
the
it,
person
Sherlock.
making the decision and the trolley argument or whatever. There's nothing else in the world. Okay, the only thing that would matter would be that person's own morals, like their own subjective morals.
Right, as in their
Right?
value that they would place upon these people.
Okay, I
or
don't
what
care
they
about what the
feel
value
for
that
their morals,
person
what
would
they-
place on
That's
it.
that's what that whole fucking experiment is. So give me another example besides the trolley experiment that's literally predicated upon subjective value.
Bro,
That's
but
why
that's
the trolley
point,
argument is so much garbage.
Yeah,
Right, it's
no,
it's
but it's
super
not.
garbo.
It's not. It's not an argument. Okay. The point is
Argument,
that I.
thought,
the-
He's
you know,
getting
thought
frazzled.
exercise,
The
whatever.
point
frazzled,
is that
Bruce.
I
So it's
pose a
trash.
thought experiment. I pose a moral question. Okay. Do
Right.
you believe that it is a moral? So let's take it one step further. Okay. Let's pretend that we are utilitarians. Okay.
I don't wanna.
Just pretend
Nope.
that you are
I
for
don't
a
even
second.
want to do
Okay.
that.
If
That
you
pains me to
if
even
you
try.
now the question is, if you do not pull the lever, are you responsible for the outcome, the negative outcome?
No.
So I would say that you are. So how are you going to say that?
How is your inaction? How is your inaction if you did not place those people on those tracks? You did not place that cart on that track, and you have the option to then make the decision between who gets to live or die, and you decide not to do that and let the events play out as however they unfold. I do not believe that you should be held responsible nor morally obligated to make a decision within that. I think that the moral decision is don't touch the fucking lever.
Right. Hold on, Hoodie. In your abortion stance, do you hold the evictionist argument?
Not like to a T, I guess. I just more so care about like the specific bodily autonomy of it.
Oh, your bodily autonomy, not evictionism?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
But like I can, steal from evictionism a little bit.
No, I just had an epiphany. But
Oh, nice. Oh, we're gonna Discord later. I got you, brother.
yeah, no, like
write that shit
That's
down
the
if you
thing.
need to, bro. Do not
That's the
forget it.
thing.
Go write that
Yeah,
shit
hold
down
on.
or something, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you guys just had a breakthrough in your
We're
pro-life
getting y'all. Oh
arguments.
no,
We're
we're
working
getting
on
y'all.
it.
No, we're getting y'all. We're gonna get y'all asses, bro. We're formulating a good one, bro.
That's what pisses me off about the left, okay?
For the past
So what
few
pisses me
weeks.
off about the left, I can't find where the pro-choicers are doing this. You know what I'm saying?
look at their
pro-choicers-
bio. They find us. They find
Bro,
us.
the pro-choicers don't like. I mean, at least from what
There's no
I've
coordination.
found, right?
There's no
that's what I'm saying,
coordination
and
with
it's
y'all
always been like
because-
this is
because this is the issue, Hoodie. Because y'all play identity politics, so
No,
not
I'm
everybody
not-
gets
it's
to
not
come to
about
the table.
identity
hold
politics,
up,
bro.
hold up, Hoodie. Let me finish. This is why conservatives are more organized because we don't play identity politics. Everybody's welcome to the table. If you have something to contribute at the table, take a fucking seat. Let's eat together. Let's break some fucking bread, right? Y'all can't do that because you got to fit the right demographic. You got to make sure you got a paraplegic at the end of the table and a Latina woman at the side left of the table. You got to make sure that you got somebody else that represents the LGBTQ on that side of the table.
Are
And
you
you
done?
can't have everybody coming in at once because you don't want privilege.
It's a long list.
Right?
It's a big
Are you
table.
done?
Yeah, it's a big table for y'all motherfuckers. Y'all got reservations.
What else you
on
got for me,
reservations.
Lumberjack? Let's go, yo! Everybody in the chat right now, send some likes. You got to fill up that bar at least once, and follow Lumberjack. Okay?
Hey, there it is. Yeah, make sure y'all tap that screen. It'll
Yeah, we
prevent
need to
them
get
from
this.
taking
We need
down
to
the
get this
live.
video out. We need to get this video
Yeah.
out to the masses. All right. I
So,
want to see. I
Hoodie,
want to
so
see
you
10K likes
Yeah, we need
before
to
the
get.
time I'm
Yeah,
out of
because
here.
we need
Hoodie.
to get Hoodie to be able to coordinate with some leftists so he can actually
Yeah,
get
give me
some
the pro
cohesive-
choices.
Right.
No. I don't care
Yeah,
about that.
left
But
or
Hoodie,
right. So
Hoodie.
now, hey, now we
Lumberjack,
got both in
Lumberjack.
the box. You got
Wait,
left or
Lumberjack,
right.
what were
If
you
you're
saying?
on the left side, okay, you're with Hoodie. If you're on the right side, you're with us. Like, tap the screen. So now it doesn't matter. Get it to your
Oh my
side.
gosh, I don't know
All right,
what you
Lumberjack,
guys
go
are
ahead.
talking about in the chat about who took an L in D-Ron's live. Like, I'm so confused.
Oh,
Like I've
Nuggets
been
and
trying to
Chicken.
follow.
Nuggets and
Yeah, okay,
Chicken was
yeah,
in
but
his live. That
who is that?
That's the chick that said that if martial law was implemented, that she would turn her guns on American citizens. She was in his live
Oh,
because she made a GoFundMe for Mr. Jones because
oh
he's
yeah, I
relocating
saw
because
that.
he feels unsafe. And so
Oh, dude,
she was in there and he was talking to her about that originally. And
I have a
yeah.
girl. I have a girl that would love to meet her right now, like legitimately. But we won't go deep into that topic. Back to Mr. Hoodie. Mr. Hoodie,
Yes, sir.
listen here. I need you to listen to my very sultry tones as I speak to you. Are you listening?
Yeah, I'm always listening to you.
Why don't you just come on over to the bright side, baby?
I used to be.
Do it.
Then I activated
understand.
Hey,
my
go back
brain.
to your roots, bro. Go back to your roots.
You allowed yourself to be corrupted by ignorance that because it sounded good, bro. And the thing is, look, why be who's got a dog? Tell that dog to go to
That-
sleep.
Yeah, no, that's mine.
Oh,
I got
are
a
they-
good
are they
I got a
hunting?
good take for you guys. Go ahead, finish what you
No,
were
no,
gonna say,
but
Lumberjack.
seriously though,
No,
you can
you know
come
what?
over here and argue absolutes. This is why I'm so hard to debate.
Only Siths
This is why-
deal in absolutes, Lumberjack. Only Siths.
Listen, look, that's why I'm so hard to debate because it's hard to debate absolutes. You can't use philosophy with absolutes. You can't use analogous things with absolutes.
Yes, you can.
And we no, you can't. No, you
What do you
can't.
say? Name something that you believe to
Will
be
you die
absolute.
one day? Will you
Yeah.
die
Sure.
one day?
Yes.
There we go.
Absolutely.
What is death?
Are you alive right now?
Am I living and breathing? Yes. Okay. That is an absolute.
Absolutely. That's
So
an
name
absolute. Life
something-
and death.
speak about
Life and death
something-
are absolutes.
Yeah. Speak about something political or something that is based
Life
on
and death,
feelings.
abortion,
Something that's based
Life
on
and
feelings.
death. No, we don't do feelings. I don't look. Lumberjack don't do feelings,
Oh,
baby.
shit.
Yeah,
I don't
sure,
do
yeah,
feelings.
sure you do.
No, I
Sure
don't.
you do.
I don't
You
play
do-
with
You do
feelings.
abortion. You're pro. You're
No,
pro-life,
no, no, no,
right?
no, no, no. I'm anti-abortion. I am not pro-life, my friend. If
You're
look, if you
anti-abortion,
commit
okay.
a crime, cook that. No, I almost
Yeah, that's
cursed.
feelings.
I don't
That's
have a
based
potty
on-
mouth.
That
I don't have
position is
no,
based on
no.
feelings.
No. If you do the crime, you got to do the time, baby.
Yeah,
and
no,
if you
you
mass
feel
kill people,
like that fetus. You feel like that fetus should
no.
have value. So
no,
you
I don't.
value
Nope,
it.
I don't. No, I value life because life is absolute.
Okay, so you're.
See,
are
you're trying.
you
You're
a
trying. You're trying to
vegan?
twist my argument. You're trying
Are you
to
a
twist my
vegan?
argument. You can't do it,
Well,
baby. I
Put
stand
in
so
this real quick.
firm.
There's a joke. There's a joke in the chat that has to be read. It says, "What does the sign
Alright,
on
read
the
it.
out of business brothel say? Beat it. We're closed."
That's
Corny,
awful.
corny. Whoever said that,
Yeah,
ban
that's so
them.
awful.
That's a dad
Yeah.
joke.
No, that
Whoever
shit is
said that
fucking
has got
hilarious,
kids.
yo. That shit was corny and fucking hilarious. All
So
right,
so
proceed.
so hoodie. I don't. Feelings are not applicable. If we go to the base carnal instincts of humanity, where feelings are null and void,
Okay.
what are the three base carnal instincts of a human?
Eat, shit, sleep. I don't know.
Nope.
No. Eat, procreate, and survive. That's it.
Okay. Sure.
There's nothing more. Those are
Okay.
absolute at the end of the day. Now, because
Yeah,
we're
sure.
higher beings, we can go against those, but at the end of the day, that's what we are here for, to eat, survive, and procreate, to pass on our genes. And
Okay.
to go against that goes against the absolutivity of what we are as humans.
Okay.
To abort it goes against our base instincts.
Okay. Yeah. So
Absolute.
let me go. Let me go for a second.
Yes, you can go, baby.
So
Talk to daddy.
you think the right to life is a fundamental right, right? Like that's why the
I
baby.
think
That's why you get
I
to keep the
think it
baby
is.
because
I think life is absolute. Yes. Go.
Okay, so you think life is absolute? Do you think that like I have control over myself? Is that like an important thing as a basic human thing? I have control over my own
Here he
body.
goes for his
Touch the
evictionism
top of your
again.
head.
Like
Tou-
just
touch-
answer my question.
Touch. Yeah. No. Touch the top of your head.
Yes, there we go. Boom, boom. I
Did
have
you
control
did
over
you
my
make
own
that
body, right?
choice? Yes.
Okay. So, I should be able to do whatever it takes to have control of my own body.
You should have control over production of your body.
I have control over whatever happens to my body. I should.
Yeah. Whatever happens to your body. Do you have 20 toes and fingers?
No.
No. I already know where
Okay.
he's going. Go ahead, Hoodie.
I know where he's
Keep
going.
asking.
I know where he's going. I like to play games.
Okay. So I should be able to do whatever it takes to have control of my own body. That's it.
Yes.
I told y'all he's going for evictionism. I told y'all. I see
Yes.
it from the very
No,
beginning.
he's starting on it, but like, yes.
yes.
That's
Come on,
it.
come on,
Why?
baby.
Why shouldn't I? Why
Because
shouldn't I
it's
be
your
able to
body.
do?
Talk about.
Why
talk
should
about
I be
it.
able to do? You agree with me that I should be able to do whatever it takes to control?
You
my
are a
own body?
higher being
Yeah.
with free will. You should
Okay.
be able to do with your body as you please. Your body.
Right. So yes. So if something happens to my body, regardless of the circumstances in which it arrived there, I should be able to do whatever it takes to get that thing away from my body and infringing upon my bodily rights.
That thing is not infringing upon your bodily rights. Look. You gonna
Yes,
drink?
it
I'm gonna
is.
drink
It is.
too. You ain't gonna outdrink me, homie.
It's water, but it's okay. There we go. All right, sure.
Right. But
So-
just because
And
you
then he
call
takes
it a
another
thing,
drink, bro. He just had
Just
to
because-
just to prove it. It's a fucking pissing contest.
See, this is where we have a problem because you don't consider it human. We do. So you simply
No,
calling it a
that
thing
doesn't matter.
does
That
not
doesn't
make it
matter.
any less worthy of human rights.
No, that doesn't matter because the point is that I would murder anyone if they committed those types of violations of my bodily autonomy.
What types?
Continuous invasive medical violations.
Not the
How is that?
Continuous-
No.
Hold on. Say that
Pause.
again.
Pause. He said continuous medical violations.
Continuous
is-
invasive medical violations on my bodily
How is that a
autonomy.
medical violation when we
Oh
are
my God.
literally going back? We're gonna go back to the base carnal instincts and of a human being is to reproduce when we are literally created to recreate. How is that going an invasive medical
Hold
going to get
Yeah.
your medical needs?
How
is that?
I already asked you to substantiate this in the Discord chat, and you couldn't do it. And I specifically, I remember specifically going through the point where you said, well, you have to go to the doctor for checkups and things like that when you're pregnant, but you don't have to do that. People
Nope.
Yeah, no.
have they go through home pregnancies. They go to maybe like a midwife,
Okay.
and they'll encourage them through their pregnancy.
You don't even have to
It
do
doesn't
that. You don't even have to do that. I
Okay,
know
yeah,
women
yeah,
that
yeah,
are
yeah.
personal.
Even if you don't.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
But I'm
even
just
if you
saying,
don't.
though, you don't have to involve yourself to hospitals, so you can't make the argument that it's inherently putting you through extenuate. What'd you say? Continuous medical
In-
violations.
Yeah.
Continuous
invasive medical.
shit.
Where'd
Continuous
you hear this
invasive
from?
medically.
Woody, where are you regurgitating this from?
No,
Right?
I'm
No,
not,
it sounds
because
like you're
I just-
parroting. There's no
I
way.
described
Where are
what
you
it
parroting
was.
this
I
from?
described
You're
what it
parroting.
was to you, Mike, and you
And
didn't.
you're smiling. You're a horrible liar. Where did you hear it?
Where did you get this from, Hoodie? Tell
I heard
us.
it from a fucking
'Cause you are
pro-choicer.
Right, okay, so who was it?
I'm not gonna fucking give up my source. All right, like.
Oh.
But
No,
you
but
want us
here's
to
the
give
thing.
up sources.
Here's the thing. I don't want you to give up sources. Okay. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Look at what do you mean, bro? I got to. What you mean?
He said because your breath smells like pasta sauce and bean curds in the previous comment.
I don't think I've ever heard AJ say a serious thing to
Bean
me.
curds.
Uh,
Bean curds.
Look. Hoodie. Let's be real, man. Brass tack. If we continue to kill each other like we do in the human race and abort each other like we do in the human race, will the human race go extinct?
Yeah, I don't need to date whoever's daughter that is. I am engaged to be married.
You got any
What the
kids?
human
Oh my
race?
God.
Why do you
the
gotta
human,
say it like that?
the human race is declining.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So if we continue on this route,
Specifically, like birth rate in America, right?
and Canada and China,
Okay,
which is the
so
largest populace on the planet, India's is declining also. So
So
if we
let's,
continue on this route of
yeah.
murder, circumstantial death, based off of life, and abortion, will
Okay.
we cease to exist?
so yes. Okay.
Okay.
So
So
now hear me out. Do you agree? Do you agree that there's people who live in this world that are very poor, and a decent
Yes.
amount of them?
their financial status is irrelevant.
No,
There are people that are very poor.
It's quite not irrelevant. Okay, so let's.
There are people that are.
Let me take you down this. Let me take you down this line of
No,
thought.
no.
okay?
Look. We're going to stay on topic.
No,
I
it
don't
is
like to
very
deviate
much
from
on topic. It's very much on
Okay,
topic.
I'll let
okay?
if it's not on topic.
I'm interested
I'm
to
going
see
to
how
boot
money
you,
plays into abortion.
but I'll let you go.
Okay.
I'll let you go.
No, yeah,
Go.
I'm ready for this
Okay,
eugenicist.
so
thing, man.
your point here is that we need to ban abortion. That's the solution to the declining population, or whatever, right? We need to stop killing babies, right?
Yeah,
That
that's
is
kind
not
of
that
the
is not the sole that is not the
One
sole
of.
solution.
Okay, so that's one of the
That's one
solutions.
of.
Would you agree with me then that other solutions are to incentivize birth?
what?
Should you incentivize people to
No,
have
you
children?
should just let people do what they do.
Okay,
like,
well,
as far
if
as
people continue to
procreating.
do what they do, if people
No,
continue
as
to
far as
do what
procreating, as far as
if people
procreating.
continue to do what they want to do, birth rates will still continue to decline because even though abortions
How?
happen,
People are still
you-
how people are
if-
still fucking, and now they have the excuse to be able to not have the child
Right,
because
but
they
the
can
point-
go kill it.
the point is that the decline in the birth rate is not nearly all made up
I just
by
farted.
the
So people ain't fucking. So people ain't fucking as much
you're
as
not
they
listening
are.
to what I'm saying. Basically, your point here is that if we stop abortion, we can help stop the declining birth rate. My point is
6,996 people are aborted a year in America.
okay, and that does not
Wait,
nearly
you said wait, you said
69,000 or
60.
something like that is what it actually is.
696,000 is what it was
It's
last
900.
year.
Okay.
Oh, it's
No,
nine.
last
it's
year in America.
900.
In America,
No, it's
not North.
960,000.
That's not what it said. Hold on.
Yeah, it should be
You can continue talking.
960,000 because there was that video that
How are
bitch
you
that
reading
was-
Lumberjack's notes?
What?
He's like looking through his notes or whatever, and I said,
Yeah,
like,
the results for abortions, abortion surveillance, United States 2019 Center, was 629,898 in 2019.
Yeah, perfect. So you
From the
probably
CD.
agree with me.
CDC.
There's something that I'm going to tell you right here that you should instantly do everything in your power to remedy. Failure to implant kills far more babies than any other thing on the fucking planet.
Hey, Annie K,
Okay.
we would consider that a natural death.
that's the
Yeah,
natural death.
failure to implant.
Yeah,
Are
so-
you shitting
Yeah.
me? Are you
Right,
fucking
so don't-
shitting me?
Don't you think though that we should be spending as much medical resources as possible to stop that from happening?
No, because you guys
So
would
what
abort
makes
more
you-
babies.
Right.
You
Yeah,
let
as long as
nature do what
abortion's
nature
around,
does.
abortion's
How-
on the
how,
table.
bro?
Like no
If
other
every
remedies are
sperm-
gonna
if-
like work.
Right. Well, if every fertilized egg was able to implant, what? Now women get fucking normalized with having triplets, quadruplets. Fucking like, what are you talking about? What do you mean?
What I mean is that
That doesn't even make sense. Like that doesn't
what I
even
mean
make
is that
sense.
if you
like
believe
logistically.
no, what you believe is that like a fertilized egg is a human life, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the point is that the number one killer of human life in your world is failure to
That's-
implant.
That's not a killer. That's a natural
it's-
death.
Okay, yeah. So heart attack is a natural death.
If you die from
You shouldn't-
natural causes, like how
So
old
should we
people
not-
die
yeah, no,
from
should-
natural causes, hold up, bro. Jesus Christ. If old people die from natural causes, then they're labeled as dying from natural causes. Do we say that they were killed by something, or do we say
No.
that they died? They died peacefully. They died natural
Okay, yeah.
causes. They just went in their sleep.
So should we
Right.
not? Yeah, I agree. We do that. But should we not spend money researching how to stop these natural causes from happening?
No,
Why, when abortion is still on the table?
no, no.
Why would we
Okay.
focus? Why would we focus on the natural aspect to try and go against and change how that's been going on forever, mind you, while we have an extenuating circumstance that's unprecedented of killing babies that are implanted and that are developing within the uterus? Why would we do that?
Because the rate.
It's the same fallacy. It's
No,
also
it's
the same. And
not a
honestly,
fallacy.
Okay,
honestly, hold
pause.
up. Hold up. No, hold up. It's the same fallacy of saying that we have to focus on like human trafficking or the adoption service or foster care before we can focus on abortion. One, why couldn't we do both?
Hey, Keisha.
Two, why does one supersede the other?
Right.
You could do both, but I don't see anyone advocating for you all advocating
Okay.
for pro-life.
So how about
Okay, hold on, pause, because we're going off track. Natural death is actually a part of the process of sustaining a population.
Okay.
So
Yep.
to argue natural death is and try to remedy it would make things worse, just like abortion makes things worse. So again, I like to argue in absolutes. You need to have 2.1 births per female to sustain a population to whether it's neither growing or declining. So if you add in the addition of natural death, like it has always been since the dawn of mankind, natural death actually keeps the population where it's supposed to be, to where it's neither growing or declining.
Okay. But the point is that what you're advocating for results in humans not living longer ever. So you want us to die.
How?
Because 100 years ago, people only lived to be 40 years old or 50 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So what you're advocating for is not extending the natural life of a human.
And okay, so the extension of human life is based. Yeah. Extending the extension of human life is based off of medical science, not off of the fact that we're able to live longer. So medical science will always increase, not decrease.
Yeah, wait a minute. How does us advocating to not kill the unborn in the fucking womb equate to we don't want medical and scientific, advances that can elongate human life? What the fuck kind of jump was that? Please fill the gaps in for me on
Lumberjack Lumberjack made the jump, okay? Because what he said is that natural death is a part of the life cycle of the population cycle of the human race, okay? So 100 years ago, when you thought that the most you could live to was 60 or 50 years old, you would have made the same argument. So if you look to now, you would say that you expect people to
No. Because if you die from a disease because of a lack of medical technology or scientific advancements, you were killed by the disease. If you die of natural causes and your body stops functioning, that is completely different. My friends that died from cancer, you hear the key word there? Died from cancer. You can have something specific to tie it to. If Mima dies in bed at night and she has no health problems, she just died from natural causes. It was just her body being worn out and it just stopped functioning. That is natural. That will happen. Our bodies are like a machine. When a machine runs out and is ran for too long, what happens? It begins to slow its functionality. That's why older people, their bodies begin to, digress. They begin to become more fragile and frail and things of that nature because their body is slowing its functions down. It's not moving as much calcium to the bones. The bones are becoming brittle. The amount of protein within the body is not the same. The muscle has been started to, evaporate or dissolve effectively. All of those things take part. Right? So we have something, thank you for the glasses, we have something specific that we can tie it back to when we're talking about a disease, but natural death, right?
Thank
natural
you,
causes is not the same.
Thank you.
Still, you wouldn't advocate for things that are not medical that could
Legal,
increase
something?
the lifespan of a human.
What?
No,
Okay,
I
listen,
never
listen.
Hold on.
said that.
Let's
The
bring it
point-
back. Okay, abortion. Okay,
Bring me back, Rocket.
yeah. We're
Hoodie
You're-
twerks on OnlyFans.
we're going into some long ass tangent about extending human life. Bring it back to abortion. Okay?
So what he's trying to argue away with abortion is that the extension of human life will cause the overpopulation or something of that sort, and it
No,
won't
that's not
because
what I'm trying to
natural.
argue.
Okay, well,
No,
what are you trying to argue?
I'm
What
trying
Extending
to
human life
argue-
doesn't change anything.
No, I never got to get to my actual point. I never got to
Jesus
get to
Christ.
my
Okay, we'll
Hoodie,
get
I
to
know
the
what
point
you're
so we can
saying.
so we
I
can
know
bring
what
it
you're
around.
saying, Hoodie. What you're saying is that with what he's saying with natural death and how it is the natural course of human, being able to sustain human life, right? The population. That you're saying that because we view that must mean that we're saying that we can't try to advance past that, but that's not what we're getting at. We're saying
No.
that because that's a factor, you don't sit here and just say like, fuck, I totally lost my train of thought with what I was saying.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what,
but
you know what I'm saying. I know what you mean, bro.
That was not
Okay.
what my original
Go-
point. That was
go
not
on.
what
Okay,
my
let him get to
original
his
intent
point,
was,
and
okay?
we'll bring it home and
Okay,
spank this
so
horse.
my original point is that you say that you want to increase the population of the country. The best
I want
solution.
to. I didn't say increase. I want to sustain it.
Okay, you want to sustain the population because we are at below replacement level birth, right? So we want to increase that to sustain it. So what you're advocating, the main thing that you're advocating for to do that will not do enough to change that. So what
Yeah,
we
we-
need to
we
do
addressed that
as
already.
well, yes, what we need to
Okay.
do as well is do things such as incentivize birth, like the
No,
child.
we
like,
need to stop people from killing each other.
No,
We don't.
because even
We
if
don't?
even if you account for murders and abortion, the amount of deaths that you would stop from those two things would not be enough to get you to above replacement rate birth. Okay? So my point is you need to do other things that will increase the amount of babies that are being had, because currently, as the system currently exists, people are not deciding to have enough babies. Okay? Even again, if you account for the abortions and murders, people are not deciding to have enough babies. So the only solution here is to incentivize people to have more
Thank you.
babies. And by doing the
That's
ways
fair,
in which that you will achieve that are things such as the child
Hello for
tax
him.
credit, universal pre-K, universal health care. That's
Okay,
it.
Okay,
so
so
My God.
I-
Okay,
I
wait,
go
would-
ahead,
no, no,
Rocket.
Let me
Rocket,
get this.
we'll
Let
let
me get this.
Rocket-
Please let me
let
destroy
Rocket
this.
go.
Please let
Okay.
me destroy.
go
I'll
ahead.
be right
go
back.
ahead.
You want universal health care?
Yes.
Okay. So why do you special plead that bodily autonomy is the ultimate argument when it comes to abortion and for a woman, but you get the right to use everybody else's bodily autonomy to sustain yourself through their labor
Because
force?
it's the simple point that the violations of my bodily autonomy that come from pregnancy are not nearly the same violations of my bodily autonomy that simply make me get up and go to work and get paid to do it.
Wait. You're not working for the pay in which you agree for. You're
I
not
am.
doing a job in you're not doing a job in which you decide that you want to work. You're doing the job in which you are assigned to work for society.
What are you
under
talking about?
socialism.
No,
What
you're
are you
not.
talking
No,
about?
you're
Yes, you
delusional,
are.
dude. Do you think you're forcing people to be nurses, or you think that you're forcing nurses to be doctors or something?
How many nurses do they have in Cuba?
Bro, I'm not talking about Cuban socialism. I'm talking about
Oh, you're
free
talking about a
healthcare.
socialism that we haven't
I'm
seen
talking
before.
about universal
Social-
health care that exists in every
Give
other
me an
OECD
example.
nation.
Give me an example. Okay, give me an example of one of the top countries, such as us, that has universal health care, that has the same amount of population numbers, the amount of other things that they also pay for, such as military, defense,
yeah.
all other aspects of that. I'll wait. Because I
Yeah, that
promise you, you
doesn't
won't
matter.
find it. We pay for Sweden's entire military, which is why they get to have universal health care. Also explain to me a country where their tax doesn't go through the fucking roof against their own volition to pay for these things.
Yeah,
I'll
again,
wait.
again. Yeah, so per capita, it's far cheaper to have universal health care. People on average in the United States pay nearly $400 a month for health insurance, whereas people in Canada or the
We're
United
deviating.
Kingdom, where people in Canada or the United Kingdom pay far less than that and yet far better coverage.
Oh yeah, Canada's healthcare system is just a great one to look at, right?
Canada's healthcare
With all their
system is
elective
good.
surgeries, bro. No, it's not good. People come here for their surgeries.
Yeah, and people
because
go
they
to
get
They only
told
go
it's
to Canada for
elective.
prescription.
When they
That's
need
and
like
people
lung,
go to
when they need like
Canada
a
to get
lung
insulin.
surgery, bro. When they need a fucking lung surgery, they get told it's elective.
Yeah, and
What are
people
you
go to
talking
Canada to
about?
get people go to Canada to get insulin and ibuprofen. Because
Yeah,
it's
they go
better
there for
and cheaper.
medications. They're not going there for
Not
medical
they don't
treatment.
go for
They want
yeah.
medical treatment. They
Right.
come
Let's
here.
let's stick to the point, Hoodie, because once I got you on that, you don't get to obfuscate and then jump to fucking, the
No, you
corporate
never
effects
let
of
me
Ooh,
big
that's
pharma.
a SAT
Fucking
word.
that sucks.
That's
Two
the SAT
different
word.
things, bro.
I never, first of all, explained the system in which that I would implement this. I said that everyone deserves a right to health care. So
Why is
False.
healthcare a right? Why is
Healthcare
healthcare
is not a
right?
right.
yeah, because I have the
Right.
right
Thank you for the
to
galaxy.
What?
I have the right to life. And
You have the right to make other people sustain your life.
Right.
False.
I have the right to be provided basic medical
Okay,
care.
so
False.
healthcare's a right. So then we get to coerce doctors and nurses to do against what they want to do. They have to be forced to do that.
Are
Because it's a
you?
right.
Why are you thinking that is the case?
That's what you just
No,
said.
the only thing that changes.
If healthcare's a right, then every single procedure, no matter what, whether it's deemed to be a procedure that's necessary or not, they are forced to take part in it because it goes under the umbrella of healthcare.
No. Insurances already oftentimes don't cover cosmetic procedures, and I'm completely okay with
No
that.
shit, because it's cosmetic.
Exactly, so I'm completely okay with that.
Okay,
Under a
okay,
universal
so-
healthcare system, you don't have to guarantee everybody their fucking free Botox. That's not what I'm
Okay,
saying.
let's go back to an absolute. Because I like absolutes. They're so
Okay,
nice.
yeah, an absolute
nice.
is that everyone deserves to be provided with medical care without dying or
Oh,
being saddled
wait,
with
you
debt.
just changed up your argument. First it was a right, now you're saying they deserve. Which is it?
Hold on. No. What I found interesting in that one: be served medical care without dying. What do you mean?
I'm saying they should have the right to get medical care so that they do not die or go into
Emergency medical care?
like I said, not just that doesn't just fall under emergency medical care because there's preventative care and treatment that falls under those things as well.
Right, but how do you know that this preventative care is keeping you from dying?
Because
Right.
I'm sorry, but the last time I checked, that the doctor grabbing my balls is not, is not extending my life. Like, so what do you
I
mean?
mean, they're checking to see if something's wrong with you, and if
Thank you
they
for
would
the
have
galaxy.
they would
Trust
have
me, if
caught it.
something's wrong down there, I'd be the first to know.
You probably wouldn't because oftentimes men don't notice that they have prostate cancer or testicular cancer.
Last time I checked,
That's
the
just
prostate's
because
on the
men,
other
but that
side.
just goes to men not being able to check themselves for lumps or growths. Like that's
You can
not-
check yourself for lumps and growth. You can stick a fucking finger up your ass and figure out if you have colon cancer or if you
Well,
have
yeah, if you're
prostate
talking
cancer too.
prostate, but I was talking.
Yeah, you
about
can
what I was
feel up
talking
your-
about, like with
you can feel up
testicular
your-
I'm
you
cancer.
talking
can
about
feel
like
your
a
gonads,
hernia,
too.
lumps on your testicles. Like, if there's an extra lump down there, I'm gonna know.
I don't
Yeah,
know how we
so
jumped to prostate cancer when he was talking about a physical. Like that's
yeah.
weird.
So
Right.
again, I don't think that anyone should be denied potentially necessary medical
don't
care.
Think, but
Potentially
look,
necessary.
healthcare is not a right. It's not.
Potentially
Right, like
Because
I'm getting a
before
vaccine to
healthca-
prevent it.
So
something
Before
from happening.
healthcare ever existed, people just existed. Okay.
Yeah, so do you want to go
Like,
back
they
to a
did
place
what
where
they
there's no
did-
healthcare?
They did what it took to take care of themselves. It wasn't like, oh, let me go to this hospital that doesn't exist and get this health care that doesn't exist. You took care of yourself. If you fall, got a cut, you took care of that cut. If you bumped your head and your head hurt, you stayed down until your head felt better.
Okay.
Healthcare is not a right.
Okay, so
You
should
did
I
not
should we go
just
back to a
say
place
the
where there's no medical
vaccine,
care?
bro. You did not just say you take the vaccine to prevent, like, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
what
take a
shit
vaccine.
take,
we're gonna,
bro.
we're gonna
What a
skip that one.
dog
We're
shit
gonna
No,
skip that
take.
I'm
one.
not
Anyways, yeah,
talking
that
about
topic
I'm not
has
talking about
plenty
the
of fun
COVID
content, bro.
vaccine, but I was
just
talking
wanted
about
to call it
vaccines
out.
in
That was a
general. You
dog
take
shit take.
vaccines. You take a
That-
smallpox vaccine to prevent you from getting smallpox and potentially
That
dying.
topic is gonna get like some of us bananaed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Okay,
gonna
sure. Yeah,
we're gonna
we'll not do that.
avoid that topic.
Yeah, so I just think that because of the medical technology available, everyone has the right to be treated even if they don't have the money to do it, and then they don't deserve to be saddled with a lifelong amount of debt because they needed some sort of care.
So here in the United States,
Who's
nowhere
official,
in the
Nikki?
United States are you denied emergency medical
Right,
care.
you're not denied
Right.
emergency medical care, but you're saddled with a bill that will last you for your entire life.
For
False.
people
Official
that
Nick
are,
talk,
for
she's
people
dope.
that
She's
fall
dope.
either at or below the poverty line, the majority of hospitals that are in the United States are owned by nonprofit organizations, right? Or they're ran or funded or assisted with nonprofit organizations that also work with private companies to get donations in order to pay for these people's bills.
Okay, well that is just simply anecdotal because there are
That's not anecdotal.
there's
How is
millions
that
of
Every
people.
anecdotal?
single
There's millions
hospital
of
has a
people with
fund.
Bro,
Every
there's
single
millions
hospital.
of people who are
Oh my
saddled with
gosh.
medical debt
The people
for
that can't
Listen.
afford it, the people at the poverty line, right? That's the people that we're worried about, right? Because they're saddled with,
No,
debt or
I'm worried
whatever
about
for-
everyone. I'm worried about everyone
Okay,
because this specifically
right.
affects middle America because they are above the line where they qualify for free
You're
healthcare
a bad man for getting blocked.
and they cannot pay
Loser.
for their own healthcare, and then they get fined by Obama for not getting healthcare. Now they have shit healthcare. And if they don't get it, then they
No,
have to
they
go
got
to the
rid of that.
Oh, yeah, not anymore.
That was
So
that was on
yeah,
one
Daddy
of the
Trump.
lists of
Yeah, thanks,
things
Daddy
that
Trump.
did.
Yeah, so except he didn't replace it, he just repealed it, didn't replace it. But anyway, the point is that I don't think anybody should be saddled with debt for their there's I could pull up the numbers right now. There's hundreds.
Listen,
It just sounds like you want a lot of handouts. Do you
your
also
mic
think
cut
that
out. Your mic cut out. Not yours, Red Rocket.
Oh.
His did.
We can't hear you.
Hoodie, say something.
Can you hear me now?
No, you're muted. Oh,
Whoa.
oh yeah, no, yeah, it's loud.
Wait a minute, talk again. Oh, there it was a
Okay,
delay.
he's gonna come back. You know, he's gonna come back. But like the thing is, hospitals everywhere in the United States have funding to prevent people that don't have medical care or medical insurance. Like for instance, like if you, because I was a paramedic, I go to the person's house, give them care. They refuse to go to the hospital. They don't get charged for that at all.
Yes, they do.
No.
I mean,
I was a paramedic, bro. I gave people Narcan all the time. It's $1,500 per shot of Narcan. And if they refuse to go to the hospital, they are not charged. Not one bit. They don't get the $800 ride or the $1,500 charge for the the medicine they receive.
Okay.
Because you don't take their information down.
Okay.
So how can you charge them?
But what the point is that if they do decide to go to the hospital because they need medically necessary care, they will be shafted with bills that will last them for a very long time.
False. They don't have to pay those bills.
Yes,
they don't have to pay those bills.
I mean, you can declare bankruptcy or whatever, but that oftentimes has a massive. Bro, tell this to the people. Tell this to the millions of people who have thousands of dollars of medical debt.
You don't have to pay the bills. You don't have to pay the bills. You don't have to pay it.
So what do you do
right now? If you run up your credit card right now, you don't have to pay that bill.
Yeah, I don't have to pay it. It's just going to negatively impact me for 7 years.
Your credit score.
Yes.
Yeah, your credit score, not
right.
you.
Yes. Yes. By credit, like, what do you mean? You think that a credit score is irrelevant?
Like,
to your
how much is your health
society?
worth?
Yes, bro.
200 points on a credit score? 100 points?
Yeah, your credit
300?
score. Yeah, your credit score isn't necessarily like imperative to your interaction in society, bro. I'm 22 years old and I still have ghost credit. What do you mean?
Okay, good for you. Good
I've had
for
three
you.
different apartments. I'm able to like. What do you mean?
Good for you.
And then it's good for you. And then it's good for you, bro. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Again,
you were wrong on people. You were wrong on people having to pay medical bills. You were
I'm not
wrong on the fact
at all.
of. Yes, you are. You were wrong on the fact of when Lumberjack said that they don't have to pay for Narcan. You're sitting here espousing socialism and universal health care. Meanwhile, you're anti-pro-life. So because of bodily autonomy, you think you have the ultimate say over everybody's bodily autonomy because of their labor force. It makes no sense, bro. If you want to be pro-choice, you better be the most fucking capitalist, anti-government, anti-coercive,
No.
fucking libertarian that I've ever met in my fucking life. But you're not.
No,
You're
I don't have to be
espousing
those things.
for coercion and for force to be used on the entire populace to be able to sustain you or any other lazy fucking person that wants a fucking handout. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's logically inconsistent and it's self-refuting and contradictory on its face.
You got your rant. You get your done. Are you done? You got your rant in.
Are you gonna?
I
Are
mean,
you
because
gonna?
you just rattled off. You know? Do you know what a Gish Gallop is, Mike?
No, because it was all the
Yes.
same point. It wasn't a Gish Gallop. I didn't give.
No, you just fired off like 15 different things
Wasn't a
that
Gish
make
Gallop.
me.
Nope. Didn't ask. Did I ask you one question? Did I ask you one
It
question?
doesn't
Because that's what a
matter.
Gish Gallop is
No,
when you
that-
ask
no.
15 different questions to somebody and
No,
don't give
a
them a
Gish
chance to
Gallop is
respond.
when you
Did I do
insert
that?
when the Gish Gallop is when you insert a multitude of facts to distort from the point at hand.
How did I distort from the point? I literally kept it all to the premise of abortion, all to the fact of how you're talking about bodily autonomy, and now you're trying to have the ultimate say over the entire populace's bodily autonomy due to their labor force. How? How did I Gish Gallop you? Just because you got overwhelmed of the information and you feel like you can't respond because your attention span's that of a paperclip does not mean I Gish Galloped you.
Okay. Yeah,
So
sure. So
if
I
we were
can
to-
go. I can go point by point. I can go point by point on that.
He said a paperclip. Okay,
Okay.
before you start again, I'm gonna get a free plug for my main account. Y'all go follow my main account at American Lumberjack because
Yeah,
need
look
to
at all
get
them
those numbers
likes
up.
too. Yeah, look at that. That call to action worked, baby. Triple
all
the
right.
likes.
So
You have 14,000.
continue.
That call to action, yeah.
Con-
Hey, y'all hit
continue, my
14,000.
children.
Let's try to
Yeah,
get it. Let's try to get
Hoodie-
it to double. Let's get it to 28,000
Yeah.
and 30,000.
Hoodie,
We'll
were
see
you
how
gonna
big
try and
y'all can go.
answer Mike, or can I
yeah,
ask you a
yeah.
question?
So no, I gotta address that because he basically accused me of like 4 different things. So, I
Just
don't.
one thing.
I don't think bodily autonomy I don't think the violation of bodily autonomy to force somebody to go to work is the same as the violation of bodily autonomy to force
To force
somebody
them
to
to
be
work for
impregnated.
somebody else's.
Yeah, no, they're not working for
To force them
some.
to work for to sustain. To force them to
Again,
work.
I mean, you're not letting
to
me
sustain
finish.
somebody else is not the same as having them go to work on their own volition to
Mike-
sustain themselves or their
Mike-
household.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate because you did go on a ramble. I would say let him get all of his points out, and then we can.
Fucking
We can
all
tag
right. I'll
team.
mute my mic. This man is just fucking. Oh my god.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. So the problem is, and I do have to go after this. So the problem is that you said that I don't. Again, I'll restate it. I don't value the bodily autonomy of forcing somebody to go to work versus forcing somebody to be impregnated. Those are 2 very different things. I do think that people have the right to healthcare without being charged or denied because everybody has the right to access the current state of medical technology. I don't think that healthcare should be a for-profit industry in the sense that it is. And I don't have to be a libertarian on abortion or on everything just because I am on abortion because the problem is that, again, bodily autonomy of being pregnant is not the same as bodily autonomy in any other case.
Okay, so I have
Ho-
a question. Oh, my camera's not on. There
hold
it
on,
is.
hold on. Before you get your question, I just want to make
Okay.
a quick statement. Healthcare is primarily in America for profit because of big pharma.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah,
Continue.
that's bad. I
Rocket.
agree.
Okay, so if I am a doctor in your utopia,
Yep.
and I do not want to work, what
Okay.
happens to me?
You don't have a job and you don't make money.
Right, but in your society, if I don't make money, I can still claim free healthcare?
Yes, because healthcare should not be tied to your job. Is my
Okay, so if you get enough people that don't want to do their jobs, how are you planning on paying for healthcare?
What? Okay,
If we
you
have
can-
enough people,
if
like we have,
people can work and not get those benefits, or still get those benefits if they're not working, what's to incentivize people to work to be able to get those?
what incentivizes
rights.
people to work now?
money.
Okay,
The
so
benefits.
where would the
Yeah,
incentive?
the
Where
benefits.
would the incentive? Why would the
The
incentive?
benefits. You're
No,
taking the
the
benefit
benefits-
aspect away from getting the job.
Yeah,
What are you
because
So wait
I
a minute,
don't think.
giving
hold
the
on.
benefits
Should-
wholesale?
if
I have a couple of other qualifiers. Do you also act under the premise that there should be free housing?
like I don't think that there should be
Like if
any
you are
more free
homeless, should
housing.
you be given a free place to live?
Like maybe to a certain extent, but I don't really want to implement that wholesale. I don't think so. It's
Okay.
whatever.
How about education?
Yeah, sure. Everybody should have access to equal education.
Free education. Okay, if every single person, or not even every single person, let's say the majority of people agree and one day just say, "Oh, I don't want to work." How do you plan on paying for all of these services when you don't have enough people paying the people that are providing the services?
Yeah, how why is that unique to this situation? And why would that situation ever happen?
Well, for instance, like if we are, let's say, in an economy where, I don't know, we had a pandemic that shut down the majority of the country.
Okay.
Do you really see us and let's say we were your utopian society, do you really think that we would financially be able to bounce back from that? Or would you see a collapse of the United States?
Right.
Can you repeat the end there? Because I
would you,
Sure, okay. I got a question for you afterwards.
So
pandemic, bounce back.
Yeah, so for instance, let's say we were your utopian type of market, and let's say we had enough people to where we weren't working. Okay, in your society, from what I'm seeing, we would collapse
because
as a nation, because you now have enough people not working, paying into these benefits that you want to be free.
Yeah.
Well, they got to come from somewhere. Nobody's paying these people to these guys aren't doing it pro bono. The professors and the doctors both need to get paid.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have enough people that are not paying into the taxes that are going to be paying for these social welfare programs, social safety nets, whatever the hell you want to call them. If we were to be in a, let's say a pandemic that would basically, shut down the economy.
Yeah.
How would we bounce back from that?
Yeah, because I think it would be exactly the same as it is now. Because if a certain number of people stop working now and stop paying into their health insurance, that company's health insurance would no longer be able to exist. So
right, but we're not. That's what I'm saying. Is like insurance companies were still getting their money.
Right, but the point is
they
that
were still getting paid.
Right, the only reason that they're getting paid is because people are working and contributing into those policies. Through
and we're in
their wages.
That's what I'm saying. It's and we're in a pandemic. Like at the time, we were at a pandemic where healthcare workers were kind of at an all-time high. Like we needed them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you have a bunch of the populace that's not paying into this,
my point is that it would be the same even if it's a private insurance or public insurance policy. Because the money that the insurance company has to pay the hospitals is still dependent on people working,
right?
To pay.
But in your society, insurance doesn't exist.
No, it does. Insurance. See, no. You have the insurance is the key. That's what I'm saying. I want free insurance. I want people to have free health insurance. You need the insurance still to pay the doctors. That's the whole point, and pay the nurses. I think that's maybe where.
Okay, so there's something wrong in your verbiage because it's not free.
Yeah, it's
somebody's
no. The point, no. The point is that it's free at the time of service.
Why do you get the ultimate say over my shit, as in my fucking money that I fucking worked for? Why do you, in your utopian society, get the ultimate say over what my fucking labor cost goes towards? Why does it get to go to where you want it to go and not where I deem necessary as my monetary means?
It goes to where we as a society want it to go. That's how a democracy works.
So mob rule?
We're not
democracy.
What
you want to debate on democracy? We're not a fucking democracy. We're a constitutional republic. Democracies are fucking garbage. You want to know what democracy is? Democracy is if 51. Democracy is if 51% of the population agreed in whatever atrocity should be allowed. That must go. That's democracy.
Okay, so we're a constitutional republic, and in this constitutional republic, the society as a whole decides where our money is spent. So if you don't like that, then you have to be against the concept of this constitutional republic.
It's
because
not
our
based on.
representatives, yes,
It's
our
not based on like the
representatives.
majority of society type shit. It's based on the
You're
voting in
right.
which that we present it with and
You're
the
right,
legislation
exactly,
that
because the
passes.
majority of Americans want universal health care, but our politicians will not pass it. So the
Right.
problem,
So we're not a democracy.
Source.
right, we're a constitutional republic
Right.
in which the majority of the people
Source?
attempt to vote in people who will do what they believe is best
Hold
for
on.
them.
So the way that our
Source.
system works, if the majority of people wanted universal health care, don't you think they would have voted in politicians that would have tried to get universal health care?
Yeah, historically speaking, what is enacted by Congress lags behind what the people actually want. So
Can we get a source for the number that
Right,
majority
like-
of the country wants universal health care?
yeah, sure.
How did they even
After-
conduct that study?
It was an
Like,
exit
how do you
poll.
get
It was an
majority
exit
of
poll from the
country to be
2020
able-
election. It was an exit poll from the 2020 election.
What's the criteria?
hold-
Like how they collect the data?
And
They-
how
it
many
was an
people did
exit
they
poll.
interview?
Right.
Million.
people-
It was
Yeah,
an
and how many-
exit poll. I'm gonna pull up. I'm pulling up the data.
Because I didn't get that poll when I exited voting.
60, according to Pew Research, extremely viable source. And if you want to debate me on that, that's a different conversation. But 63% of U.S. adults say the government has a responsibility to provide
How
healthcare
many
coverage for
people?
all.
What's the
How
sample
many
size?
people?
Bro, I'm not going to debate with you about the validity of a Pew Research poll. It's one of the most
No.
reputable.
Are you
Because
fucking
polls.
serious, bro? You can't
polls-
substantiate
all polls-
why
Oh my
it's
God.
valid.
Okay.
You're just gonna appeal to the authority of Pew Research, bro. No, fucking
Okay, sure,
substantiate your stat.
It was conducted July 27th to August 2nd in 2020. They polled 11,000
That's an exit
Americans.
poll.
Okay.
That's not an exit
This
poll.
is not
after
this
the
is not what I was
election. What are
thinking
you
of. This
talking
is
about?
not the same
That's
thing that I
not
was
yeah,
thinking
that's not
of.
an exit poll when it's
Okay, no, this is not the same study that I was thinking of. But the point here is that according to this research of 11,001 adults,
I'm a white man.
okay.
63% of them say that the U.S. government has a responsibility to provide health care coverage for all.
That's not
Where was
even
it done at? Where was it done at?
0.01%.
Where's the location? Where's the location of the people
Mike,
from?
why are you
the
asking that?
11,000
It's,
people.
it's
What?
irrelevant.
5,000?
irrelevant.
No, yeah,
It's
5,000
irrelevant.
from California, 4,000
It's
from
irrelevant.
Washington, and
It
another
doesn't-
2,000
no.
from fucking Oregon.
No,
What do you mean?
it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It's 11,000 people out of 330 million.
Do you
It's
know how?
irrelevant.
Do you know how?
But that's why I
Yeah,
want to know the
no.
location so we can just attack it even further.
Do you?
Because he's
like,
gonna make some excuse for the numbers. So where were the people pulled from?
I get. Okay, so why do you? I'm looking for it, but why do you think that matters?
Because if they
Because
pull them from a
it matters.
blue state, like let's say New York, they're going to get very different numbers than if they were to pull them in a red state, like let's say Florida.
Yeah, well, the
Right.
point is that random. It says here that random sampling was used, so political affiliation is factored into the randomness of these people who are polled.
Random sampling was used, so they don't give
Yeah.
you any possible
Right.
place of
How-
location. They don't give you any other substantial, like any other evidence as to who or what these people aligned with
there's-
that are
there's-
agreeing with this.
So there's two things with
11,000
that, okay?
Bernie supporters? Yeah, you'll get that answer.
Well, so there's two things with that stat, okay? Because you said that political affiliation, right?
Yes.
How would
Yes.
they know their political affiliation unless they asked them?
They asked them in the survey. Yes.
Right? Was this? Hold on. Was it, you said it was an exit poll? So I'm guessing
No,
they're
it's
asking
not.
them on
This
the
is
way
not an
out?
exit poll. This is a survey that was sent out. and
Oh,
11
okay. Never mind,
11,000
never mind.
It was sent out randomly via email, and 11,000 people responded to it.
Okay. How many actually completed the survey?
11,000 people completed the survey.
how many?
45% of them were Republican, and 51% of them were Democrat, and the rest were not affiliated. So the discrepancy between Republican and Democrat does not make up for the discrepancy between want and do not want healthcare for all. So again,
Yeah.
the majority, this study is relatively conclusive in saying that the majority of Americans want universal healthcare.
Okay. So an email
I don't agree with it, but I mean, it's
an email survey that can be sent out, anybody can respond to it
right.
at all. right? So that's one.
No,
It's not an
they I mean,
in-person
again, I
survey.
can
It's
look
not
more.
somebody putting a signature down. It's not none of that.
I could
It's
dive
just
more
a
deeply into
question.
the.
It's a question survey. I get them all the time on
Okay,
websites that I
again,
go
Right.
Mike.
to. It's
But
like,
hold on.
do you think that Trump won the 2020 election? And like, you can choose to answer yes or no. It doesn't fucking
Well,
matter. You can literally just bullshit on it.
The hell is
Like,
this?
see,
I don't
that's why I asked him the
understand how
question,
you
like,
think
how
that this
many.
is like a viable fucking.
Well, that's why I asked him the question: how many people completed the study? Because that's what a lot of people don't like. They don't ask that question because just because they issued this
What
like a
the
survey,
hell is
they
this?
you need to look at how many people actually completed the survey. Because like a lot of the data, whenever they read it off and say we surveyed 45,000 people, okay, the next question should be okay, how many people completed that? So
Yeah,
he
okay,
says
so
11,000. I don't know out of how many.
23,000 individuals joined the ATP, 15,000 remained as active panelists, and 11,000 answered all of the survey questions.
Okay,
So
so
of 11,
sample size
again,
of 11,000
Mike, the
people.
problem is
That's a
here,
decent sample size.
yes, that is a completely valid sample size conducted. Oh, I mean, it has it right here. These people were, like in 2019, they recruited 5,000 people to join this American Trends Panel recruitment surveys. It's a specific thing that people have been joining since 2014, approximately
Well,
once
now
per
the only issue
year.
is like where you got the sample or like where they got the samples because geographical location does matter.
Yeah, geographical location was randomly assigned to the people who were like sent to study. Like, so
What?
of they have 35,000 active panelists, and they select how many, 15,000 to participate in
I
the
was gonna
survey.
say how is the geography random
They have a pool of
when they
people.
have to send it to them? Like,
They have a pool of 35,000 people to choose from. So they randomly select 15,000 of them based
what is this,
on.
email?
No, it's these. I don't really know the details of this. I'm learning this as I go.
No,
How did these people get in the poll? In the poll?
People are called
No.
and sent this via email, and you sign up for this American Trends Panel recruitment.
Right.
And
So
then-
no, that's why I'm asking the question. How would they know where to send the survey if it's random?
Well, no. I mean, the point is that they have a pool of people like that they've called and emailed and
Okay.
they got them
No,
to join the American
I'm
Trends
familiar
Panel.
with.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm familiar with survey pools.
Right. So
okay, yeah.
then they randomly selected 15,000 people out of that 35,000, and 11,000 of them completed the survey.
Okay. I mean,
So look,
I don't agree with it.
I don't.
How many?
Yeah,
I'm not
it's a
here.
stat. It's a sample out of it's a sample out of a much larger number. I mean, it's a decent sample, but I don't think that accurately reflects the
Yes, but
the
statistical
feeling
law
of.
statistical law says that this sample size works.
I don't agree.
I mean,
I
it's
understand, I understand the concept, yes, but I don't agree with it. I still don't agree with it. Like, I do
again,
not believe
the
that
point
the
would
majority
be
is.
that if you random sample, like, and you could test this, and I don't have the means to do that right now, but the theory would hold, I'm sure, because I studied statistics, I have a degree in fucking
Right.
data analytics,
Same here.
that if you tested these random samples on this population over and over and over again, you would get
Mhm.
a mean with a standard variation of like it depends again. Like you'd get a sample mean that is relatively close to your population mean. It's just like statistical law, I think, backs that up. So again,
So how many?
like
Wait, so
I
what was
didn't,
the
I haven't.
percentage
Right,
of
but
against?
I understand the data. I understand how they got the numbers. I understand it. I get it. I just don't agree with it.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
what is the
Yeah.
what'd you say the percentage was of those that don't agree with universal healthcare?
I mean, 63% agree with universal healthcare.
Well, I'm assuming that there's agree, disagree, and
Wait, yeah, hold on. I have
like undecided.
Hold on. Yeah, it's 63% believe that the government is responsible for providing healthcare coverage to all.
Okay.
And 36% believe that the government is not responsible. So it's either yes, the government is responsible, or no, they're not. It's a binary like answer.
Does it define
Yeah,
what medical coverage is?
It breaks it down more specifically. It says of the 63% who say the government is responsible, the single 36% of them believe that there should be a single national government program, like full like Medicare for all, and then 26% believe a mixed government and private programs, which is what I believe.
That's basically what we have now with Obamacare.
Right, but the point is the people who believe this believe that it should not be like something you have to pay for.
Right, hold on.
Like Obamacare.
No, we just figured this out. No, so you said 61%, right? That was the beginning number.
Yeah, 63%.
36% of that 61% believe we should have universal health care by your definition.
No, my definition of like when I'm saying I want a what I specifically want, and we've never really gotten to delve into it, is a public option. I still want you to be able to buy your private healthcare, but I want there to be a public option that is free.
So basically, what we have now, just without the poverty line.
No, well, I guess sure, but no one should have to pay for the public option. The public option should be like completely free of charge.
It would come out of taxes,
right?
Dude.
Yes, it would come out of taxes, but it should be
so everybody's paying for it except for people that don't pay taxes.
At the time of service, it's free.
Right. So basically,
right. So then everybody else, so it's not free, but everybody else gets to pay for it, except for the person that's actually requiring or requesting.
Yeah, because a very small percentage of people would be the ones that are not paying it at all.
So hold on. So how would that work with a public and private option? Let's say I get a job and they offer benefits, right?
Yeah.
If I take those benefits, do I still have to pay into the public option?
I mean, yes, it's baked into your taxes. I believe. I don't know the specific math on it. I don't know the specific math on it.
Why should I have to pay for?
You don't have to pay for the second healthcare. That's the point, though.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like, what if it, like, okay, quite literally every single country that offers universal healthcare, almost all of them, from what I've seen from like testimonials or whatever, I don't know how, like, what if you call that anecdotal, but anyways, from people that actually have had these coverages in these different countries, the public option is always shit.
No, that's not true.
Give me a country where the public option is not garbage. Canada. Like there isn't some sort of, like, drastic downside.
It's garbage.
It's not garbage. I know plenty of people who live in Canada that do not complain a single drop about the healthcare.
People that don't see the doctor don't have complaints.
That's crazy because I do too, and they literally bitch and complain about their healthcare every fucking day.
Yeah, I wonder if our social
anecdotal that's trying to get cancer treatment in Canada.
Okay, so I mean, I know a person specifically who's getting cancer treatment in Canada. Regardless, I don't have the data on this to back up my claims necessarily anyway. So I don't feel comfortable asserting that the Canadian healthcare system is this good. But I'm going to
right, but that's what I'm saying. Is like there hasn't been a single public option that I've heard of where people prefer the public option over the private option.
Well, right, because the point of the private option is that you're paying extra for it, so it should be better.
Right, you get what you pay for, right?
Right, but the point is that
why would I want to pay nothing for shit healthcare?
Because you still have healthcare. You still have healthcare.
That doesn't make it any better.
Yes, it does. Wait, as a person who can afford healthcare,
I already get emergency medical care. No matter where I go, I'm not going to get denied.
It is not free.
No, it is not free. It's not free. Right, but the philanthropy from people that can afford it, that pump money into these hospitals to where other people that can't afford it get that money, pay for those bills. Like,
yeah, but that doesn't happen enough, and we should not rely on philanthropy.
Are you kidding me?
We should
you
not
do realize that majority. Whoa! Pause. Hold on. Because I know you have to go. You said that like 30 minutes ago. So I will say this, and you can depart if you like to, like snacks. However, you do realize that most people that die without family donate their finances and their insurance, like life insurance, to those hospitals. Every hospital